Hello, welcome to part 8 of the How to Make Grow a Garden in Roblox series. In this episode, we'll be working on saving data, like the plots, and offline growing. So the first thing we're going to do is in the plants folder in replicated storage. We're going to open it, and the last one, you don't have to name it 3. I'm actually gonna rename mine so I can remember easier. We're going to be using attributes now instead of values inside of them because they're less vaggy when you duplicate things. You can use values, but these are also a little bit cleaner. So right here, you scroll down in the properties till you see attributes. We're going to add one called ID. That should be a number. I'm going to set this one to 1. So my carrot is this, well, my normal mutation carrot is just 1. And I'm gonna put the pineapple to 2. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to start scripting the saving. So we're going to make a new plot data handler module. So inside of our modules folder in server storage, I'm going to make a new one and name it plot data handler. And as always, I'm just going to change the name of this in here to that as well. And then I'm gonna get some services. Server storage, replicated storage, data store service, and fires. One thing you want to make sure you do is in game settings, go into security and enable studio access to API services. This is just if you're testing it in studio, which I like to do. And then local plot data store. We may change this to profile service in the future. So it goes data store service, get data store, plot data store. Now I'm just going to do plot data test 1. If I want to just do the one that I'm actually going to have the game run on, I'm going to do plot data. But it's a good idea to have a test one or multiple because it's kind of hard to reset data source sometimes. That way you can test them. Server modules and modules. Now we need the plot handler. And plant handler. Ricey actually made a tutorial on a plot saving system type of thing, which is what part of this is based off of. We're gonna make a new type, plant info. Gonna make it equal to a table. We need a name, C-frame, size, which is also gonna be a number. We need a mutation, string, grow start time. This is for offline growing. Number. And so it saves the stage. It's a now. All we need to do is make a serialized plot function. Basically, just be Ricey's code. So I'm gonna say local function serialize plot local data plot equals plot handler dot get plot player local plants equals plot time per child plants. Go and get children. If plants, then loop through all of them. So for underscore comma plant in pairs plants. So we'll go object cf plus plot colon get pivot to object space plant get pivot. So local grow start time equals 0. If plant handler, I misspelled that. Dot plant, then grow start time equals this dot grow start time. Now we're gonna make an info, local info, plant info. So, when you use the colon after a variable, like when you call it, that's setting it equal to this object or type, which is what we made up here. So now it will automatically recognize this. So if I set this equal to a table, if I start putting stuff in, it'll automatically like pull up the autocomplete for it because it knows what to expect. Now ID, I forgot ID. Up here in type, we're going to put ID, number, ID equals plant, get attribute, ID. We're getting rid of name. Okay. Cipher equals table dot pack object cf get components size equals plant get attribute plant scale. We're gonna set that in a script. Mutation equals plant get attribute mutation. Now we need to set grow start time. So grow start time equals grow start time. Now I'm going to put it in the data table. So table.insert data info. Now I want to turn data, and that's our serialized plot function done. Next, we're going to make a save plot function. So function plot data handler dot save plot player. We're going to get the plot data. So local plot data equals serialized plot player. If plot data, then we're going to use a pcall, which basically means a pcall function is basically just like if it has an error, it won't stop the entire script. This is really good for, server scripts or data stores. It's good for saving data because if something messes up, it won't just like stop everything. So local success, comma space error equals pcall function. Wow, the autocomplete's actually working really great. I'm not going to use it. Font data store set async, and the value is going to be plot data. If not success, then warn error, which is just going to make it output here in orange text like this one. And yeah, that's our save plot function done. Now we're making a load plot function, which is going to use some functions from other scripts that don't even exist yet, just because I want to get this script done first. When you get data from a data store, it's really weird because you get basically success is a boolean. Basically it's true or false. So it'll be true if it's succeeded, and then the error is, error message. When you're getting the data, success is still a boolean, so true or false, but this is no longer error, it's the data that gets returned. Which makes sense, because this is just returning the error when there is one, and this, I'm going to get async, it'll return the data. So local success data equals pcall function plot data store get async player.user ID. If success and data, then local plot equals plot handler dot get plot player. Now we're going to go through each plant. So for this work on a plant info, which is a plant info, this is just useful so we can like oops. This is just so we can, you know, get the autocomplete and everything, and it's just nice. So local new plant just local new plant folder for underscore comma plant in pairs replicated storage dot plants get descendants do if plant get attribute ID and plant get attribute ID equals plant info dot ID. Then get new plant and plant folder. So new plant equals plant clone if plant dot parent find first child plant info dot mutation. Then plant folder equals plant dot parent. Now outside of this, I'm going to say if new plant, then local relative cframe equals cframe.new table.unpack plant info dot cf. Next we're going to set its position, so new plant pivot 2. Then we need to get the position, which is going to be vot get pivot. This is because we don't want it to be in the same position, because if they're in a different plot, it could be on somebody else's plot. We need the position relative to the plot. That's why we're doing all this, so I get pivot into world space. Now I need to do 2 world space relative cframe. Set as parent to plot dot plant or plot dot plants. Yeah, and we're gonna set its attributes and things. So plant or new plant set attribute grow start time to plant info dot grow start time. New plant set attribute plant scale. I'm gonna set that to plant info dot size. And new plant set attribute mutation, which I don't know if we really need. I mean, yeah, we'll just keep it for now. Might have to change it up in the future. Equals plant info dot mutation. Now we're going to call a function that doesn't even exist. So I'll plant handler dot load plant player new plant folder require plant folder find first child config, because we're just giving it the config, and then the gross plant info the gross start time. Actually, some of these attributes might be useless. Actually, yeah, I think most are. I don't know, we'll see. Let's somehow have it set up currently. Let's see here. I forgot a couple of things. And that is, if not success, then warn data, which is the error in this case. Looks a little funky. And then if not fires, get fire by user ID. Fire.user ID, then return, because that means that they left the game, I believe is what it was, before they loaded stuff in. So I believe that is it. Alright, so now we're going to work on the plant handler. We're going to redo the entire growing system. Make a couple of new functions. The first function we're going to make is one to just calculate the price and the mass, since we're going to be doing that 2 times now. Which is a bit annoying. Local function calculate price and mass plant scale config local price equals config dot default price. Oops, need this in these times plant scale to the power of 1.5. Now I'm just going to set price equal to math.round price because I want it to not be a weird number, decimal number. I just want it to be an integer. Now I'm gonna get the mass, so local mass equals config dot default mass times plant scale. I'm gonna have to recalculate this one too at some point, or redo the calculations and the price again, because it just feel not right. Mass equals math.round mass times 100. We're gonna divide this by 100. That way we get our decimals. Return price, comma, mass. That's that function done. Also for reference, this script is 243 lines long right now. It's gonna end up being over 400 by the end of this episode. The next function we need is just an invis model function. So local function invis model for underscore comma part in pairs model colon get descendants do if part colon is a part, then part colon set attribute default transparency, and I'm going to set it to part.transparency. And I'm just going to copy paste this and do default can provide. I'm going to set can query to false. Oops. Part.transparency equals 1, and part.canCovide equals false. And that's it for that function. Now we've got a function which will be the new growing function. Function plant handler dot update grow or update plants for underscore comma plant in pairs. Oh wait, I almost forgot something. We're going to make a plant object up here, or type right here. Type. I'm gonna make it below that actually. There's quite a lot in this though. Type plant equals. Now we're going to make the type. It's got a lot of things, like a lot in it. We need player, which is a player, model, which is a model. Unless you're not using models and you're using meshes, in which case let's put like mesh part or something. I need the C-frame, which of course is a C-frame. The scale, which is a number. I need the mass, which is a number. Price, which is a number. Now we need the is full grown, which is a boolean. Now I'm going to add a grow start time number and a time per stage number. We need the config, which is going to be a table of instances. And we need the stages, which is another table of instances. And one last thing, we need the current stage model, which is an instance. And that's our type plant. Now, in update plants, we're gonna say for underscore comma plant, which is a plant. Oh, I capitalized the F. Whoops. For underscore comma plant, which is a plant, in pairs. Plant handler dot plants do equal model equals plant dot model. If not plant dot is full grown, then anything else, but we're gonna work on this part first. Local is full grown equals plant dot is full grown. Local grow start time plus plant dot grow start time. Local time per stage equals plant dot time per stage. Local stages equals plant dot stages. Local current model equals plant dot current stage model. Local grow time equals os dot time minus grow start time. Now we need to get the current stage. So local current stage equals math.for. Math.for always rounds down, so that way it doesn't round up as soon as we get halfway to the next stage and just automatically skip to it. So math.floor grow time divided by time per stage. Now that we have that, there's actually not that much left for this part. Local plot equals plot handler dot get plot player. Why don't I have player? That's interesting. Oh, that's right. Plant dot player. I'm actually just gonna get that up here. Player equals plant dot player. I'm just going to use that in here instead. If current stage is greater than or equal to the number of stages, then that means it's the final stage, right? So now we're just going to use the model, which is basically final stage. We're going to invisible that, and that's it. We're just going to delete the other model if there is one. Full grown to true, so plant dot is full grown equals true. If current model, then current model colon destroy. For underscore comma part in pairs model colon get sentence do if part colon is a part, then part dot transparency equals part colon get attribute default transparency. And I'm just gonna get the same for can collide. Oops. Can collide. And then part dot can query equals true. And then I'm just gonna set current model equal to the model, which isn't really needed, but you know, why not? Current model plus model. Now I'm going to check if it's not greater than the number of stages. So else if current model, then current model colon destroy. Now plant dot current stage model equals stages current stage colon clone. Now say plant dot current stage model colon pivot to plant dot cframe times cframe dot new vector 3 dot new 0 comma current stage model plant dot current stage model dot primary part dot size dot y divided by 2 and then comma 0. Now plant dot current stage model dot parent equals plot dot plants scale model plant dot current stage model, and then the size is this plant dot scale put else. So like if it is full grown. Oh, we already have the else. Then we're going to cycle through all of the parts. We're actually just going to copy this right here and paste it in. Whoops. Just gonna paste that in. If not model, find first child, which is a proximity prompt. Then local harvest prompt equals templates dot harvest prompt clone. A harvest prompt dot parent equals model. Harvest prompt dot name equals plant dot config dot display name. Local connection equals harvest prompt dot triggered connect function player who triggered. If player who triggered equals plant dot player, then, and we're changing a couple of things, but then harvest prompt destroy harvest plant. Whoops. Plant dot player model the plant dot mass and the plant dot price. And now we'll just do connection disconnect. And then if it's not the player who triggered it, we're going to like do stuff. So when we add the stealing props feature, which I'm sure everybody will love. Alright, so now we just need to make the load plant function and edit the initialize plant function. I think we'll be good. Oh wait, no, actually, I forgot something. Inside of update plants, we're going to say if not, it's full grown, right? Else if current stage equals 1, then just put else, because this is if it's not. I'm going to do this, and then plant dot current stage model equals templates dot seed circle. Where's the circle? Plant circle clone plant dot current stage model dot parent equals plot dot plants plant dot current stage model pivot to. Actually, I'm gonna do that above that. I'll do that in a sec. I'm just gonna copy this and just do dot parent equals plot dot plants. Now we have that circle. We scaled that, so there we go. Also down here when we use this, I can just use player. So now that we're done with this function, for now, I think it's done, but now bugs always pop up, and make another one called function plant handler load plant. I need the player plant, the plant folder config, and the row start time. Now, first thing I'm going to do is get the plant C-frame, which since we saved the C-frame of the actual final stage plant, it already has the size, the vertical size of the primary part divided by 2 added to it, so we need to undo that. So local plant CF equals plant get pivot times C-frame dot new up to 3 dot new 0 comma plant dot primary part dot size dot y other 2 becomes 0. Oops, negative because we're undoing it. Then we get the plant scale, local plant scale equals plant get attribute plant scale local price comma mass equals calculate price and mass plant scale, config. Whole plot equals plot handler dot get plot player. Local mutation equals plant get attribute mutation. If plant folder, find first child mutation, then plant folder equals this here, else return local plant stages equals plant folder get children. We're gonna table.sort it, of course. Table.sort plant stages. I should probably make a function for this. I'll do it in the future. Function A, function B, local A value equals A, find first child stage dot value, and B value, then returning A value so less than B value. Now we're going to scale the model. Scale model, plant scale, invis model plant time per stage equals config dot grow time divided by number of plant stages plus 1 local plant table. It's going to be a plant equals this table player plant for the model from scale is plant scale mass equals mass price equals price. Oh, you know what? I need to capitalize that M. Is full grown equals false. Grow store time equals grow store time. Time per stage equals time per stage. Then we need the config plant stages. Whoops. And then we need the current stage model, which since it's no plant handler plants plant or square brackets plant equals plant table. That's that function done. Now we're going to edit initialize plant quite a bit, I believe. First we're going to just copy paste the mass thing. Let's get that. Oh, this is still good. That's still good. This should all still be good. I don't think this was changed. It was just this that was changed. Oh, one thing we can change is, so yeah, we're gonna get rid of this entire test.spawn function. And then we're getting rid of this. Yeah, and we're getting rid of this. Okay. So now I'm just going to have I'm going to scale the model, right? Like I am. And then I don't need this, and I don't need this. Oops. It's going to invis model plant. That should be it. And then we need the plant table. Should be able to manually just copy paste it from load plant. When we make the plant table on here, I'm going to Basically copy paste it. Real start time. Real start time is going to be OS set time because this isn't a OS plant. Now I'm going to get I'm just going to say plant handler. Plants plant equals plant table. I'm not good to go. Should just need to do stuff in the server script now, I believe. I'm not making currency saving right now because I don't want to yet. Honestly, it's really easy to do though. I'll put it in some other episode, in some sort of shorter one. I'm not gonna dedicate an entire episode to it probably, unless I can only make a short one. But yeah, for now this should work as long as I add a couple things to the server. So now in server, we need to get local plot data handler equals require server modules dot plot data handler, and then in here we're going to plant handler. Actually, no, we need to get run service. So local run service is game colon get service run service, and then run service dot can't do render stepped on the server, so we're doing heartbeat colon connect function. We can do this or a while loop, but I think I want to do it this way. So plant handler dot update plants. That should be that. I guess let's test that before we add the saving. Just make sure it's all working. Oh wow, I have to run very far. Okay. I'm gonna add the shop buttons too sometime soon. Like the teleport buttons. Okay, we have an error. I don't have a model. Why is it nil? So it was there, and we called it. It was here. Plant equals nil. Oh, whoops. Yeah, we need to be using final stage here. Model equals final stage. Let's just get rid of plant. I don't need it. Final stage. There we go. That should hopefully fix it. I'm going to buy a couple of carrot seeds, plant them, and we have errors. Nil value. Plant.stages. Is it? Stages. So, putting plant stages instead of stages. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just gonna fix that on both, and now, hopefully it works. Still doesn't work. Whoa. Okay, well, kind of works. Print. Current stage. What's current stage equal? Okay, I'm going to just put a carrot seed in my starter pack. With 5. Okay, it's 0. So that's what I messed up. Sorry. I need to, instead of equals 1, I'm going to do equals 0. Now it should work. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, and then right here, instead of primary part, we're just going to do that. Just delete that and just do dot size. What the heck? Oh. And we don't need to scale the model then. Okay. Quite a few errors. Whoops. So, okay, we don't scale the model. Well, you know what? One thing we're going to do is change the C-frame for the circle. Currently is this. position, and we're gonna get rid of this and just do it plus. And now, we're gonna do times this and put all of this in a cframe.new. Come over here and plant seed. And initialize plant. Okay, yeah, I put new circle in there. So initialize plant has plant circle. Current stage model equals plant circle. I bet you this will fix it. Dot cframe equals this, maybe? Is that gonna change anything? No, it's not. Okay, what if I just set it to current stage.cframe? But it should only happen when there's already a circle. Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work because there's no. I already destroyed it. If I destroy it after, I feel like this could. It's a bug. Next number of cframe. Why is that a number? Oh, current stage, current model. Okay, that works. Wait, why is this one? Is it thicker? Right here in this update plants thing. And it's going to say like if fought, then I do all of that. Let's check the plant seed function and see. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. Yep. Okay, that should hopefully fix things a bit. Update plants in here. Where's the 0? 0. There we go. No. Plant.config. And I'm gonna put this above the parent thing because that will, whoops, make it less taxing on systems. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Now we can actually do the data saving part, which is pretty straightforward now. That'll actually be in the player setup script, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely going to be in there. So now we need to player setup script, and right here, when we do a sign plot, I'm actually gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna say plot handler dot load. What? Oh, plot data handler. We need to get that. Oh, plot data handler equals, let's get server modules, local server modules. We need, oh, we have server storage. Equals server storage dot modules, and this equals require server modules dot plot data handler. And I say plot data handler dot load plot player, and then on player removing, we unassign the plot and do plot data handler dot save plot player. I forgot to do bind to close, so game colon bind to close function for colon player in pairs colon get players do save plot data handler dot save plot player. Alright, so it's the unassigned plot function that is messing it up. We need to save plot first. Now, if we do this and leave, it will not give us an error. play it again. They are not loading. Oh, yeah, you gotta put return. Now they're growing. And if I disconnect and okay. So why is it not working with the mutation? Inside of point handler, and find all the set attribute things. This is just Control F to get this, by the way. Oh. Okay, so inside of initialize plant and load plant, we're gonna do it too. I'm going to set the attributes. So wait, no, I need to wait till I have final stage. Okay, done here. Final stage, set attribute, plant scale, and then final stage, set attribute. So these are basically just values inside of it, right? So then I'm gonna set the attribute mutation to mutation. I'm gonna copy paste this into the load function or load plant function as well. And instead of final stage, I was doing plant. And now it should work. Not this part. This loading here won't work. But the saving and then loading again should work. So I'm just gonna leave. And then play again. And I have plants that are here. Oops. I can sell them. Okay, we need to fix the names. And plant handler. Right, so in plant handler and initialize plant, when we're setting up final stage, right there, that should be good. That's all good. And then in load plant, we need to do that as well. So do it right down here. Plant dot name equals config dot display name. And also to do that in plant seed. We didn't. Okay. I'm not gonna print that. Yeah, that should be good. Well, yeah, that should be good. So now, if I were to plant these, now it says carrot. Cool. Now it names it properly. We'll add the other thing where like it shows what it looked like before and then grows them. We'll add that in the future. For now though, this is good. Sorry for the delay in uploading this episode. I've been very busy and yeah, I'll be trying to upload regularly again. Also, I am making a Discord server. You can join it with the link in the description. I will be doing giveaways in the server. Probably a pretty decent one when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I recommend joining that. You can also get help there for the tutorials or just scripting in general probably. Especially if other scripters join it, so it's not just me. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. I have like 600 and something subscribers right now.